Shalom, Kohalo, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakaha, Kwadash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. All right, to the the would-be judges, the 144,000. And to the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners among the heathen nations that have the appearance of those heathen nations. This is not a black thing. And to the few Akwath that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you with a quick lesson in truth. This won't be a long lesson. But I watched this video. It's about a 5-minute long video. And, and they're talking about the anti-semantics. And I will say this much. I will quote the mighty Saint Benji. Conspiracy, yes. Theory, absolutely not. And, it's funny, too, that the people who created that word now demonize the word truth. Truth is a bad word. These truthers, this truth, and they also, started coined that phrase conspiracy. And now if you actually are paying attention to current events and even events that's happened, over the past 4 decades, it turns out that the conspiracy theorists, remember conspiracy, not theory, not theorists, were almost right on everything, including some of the most recent things that happened with medical malpractice and a whole bunch of other things. And so now you got, President DJ Trump is using the Department of Justice to go after, people, anti-semantics. All right. And then they even, used, as they often do, they used, these made up numbers, pseudoscience. So I was talking about some study or, some poll and, this many percentage of converts and that percentage of converts and that percent and this number of converts are complaining of anti-semantics. But it really turns out that, these people, as usual, are the victim villains. All right. They're really the villains playing the victim. That's what it turns out. And so this is Amos 8:11. And it reads, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, not of thirst for water, but of the hearing of the word of Yahweh." All right. So that there is going to be, because basically when they put all these things in place, videos like this will be censored. So I highly suggest that you download, your favorite lessons to, to your personal devices that you, when you're watching the videos, whether it be mine or some of the other servants of the Lord, with other the apostles and the elders, that you're taking notes and writing down the precepts and really reading and studying, because the famine of the word is coming along with the actual famine. So the time is really getting short. Matter of fact, that brings to mind a scripture, because when these days come, you're not going to be able to turn on the computer and hear the voice of the prophets, which often brings some of you comfort. I will tell you to this day that just hearing the voice of the apostles, the elder bishops, even some of my fellow laborers, brings me comfort in some of my darkest moments, man. All right. When I was sick and down and out or whatever, man, I would just put on old videos of the apostles and elders and just get into the spirit, man, and help me get through it. We're not going to have that. You're not going to have that. So you're really going to have to get this knowledge into your, as we used to say in the Marines, into your brain housing group. All right. This is Isaiah 33:6. It says, And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of salvation. For the fear of Yahweh is his treasure. So, it's real simple, man. Just if you fear Yahweh and you understand what he can do to you, to those that you love, to the things that you love. Some people, they're in love with what they got in their garage. They're in love with their house. They're in love with their children. The Lord will take those children away from you or take you away from your children. I've seen it happen. All right. You can't put anything before the Lord. Not your own son or daughter, not your wife. You can't do it. The Lord comes first. And if you put the Lord first, then he will preserve those other things that you love. It's that simple. All right. Why? Because, and all this is happening. The reason why, the anti-Semantics is even a thing is because the gig is up. The world knows that, the people over in the land of the Lord are not the people of the Lord. That they're not. The world knows it, but people are collectively afraid to speak on it because they're afraid of backlash, of getting counseled. All right? That's what they're afraid of. And the truth of the matter is you shouldn't be afraid of these people, because as soon as they establish what they're trying to do, that's when the Lord is getting ready to get them, man. This is Amos 9 and 11. All right? And this is what they're afraid of. And it reads, and in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that has fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. So the 12 tribes are being reestablished before your faces. Right before you. The third temple is a spiritual temple. It's not a physical building. Right? It's a spiritual thing. This is Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh. So that happened. But remember, the scriptures are manifold. Now this is talking about this sinful kingdom, and the house of David is being resurrected and plucked out of them. Okay? And it's a funny thing how Christianity ignores, and the mainstream media ignores, while they're talking about, anti-Semantics. All right, but they ignore the fact that the Bible and Christian, it clearly tells you the kingdom of heaven is going to be the house of David ruling again here on earth. That's what he saw. He saw a new heaven and a new earth coming down. That's the Israelites coming off those chariots. They're not UAPs. They're not UFOs. They're not drones. Those are the chariots of Israel. I watched the video that Lord's will I do respond to. A woman put up the video where the 3 orbs or the 3 chariots were going around with the plane, and basically they made the plane disappear. It transported, because the plane even disappeared off the radar as they were watching it. All right, and then that plane reappeared somewhere else. Okay, so the power that I'm speaking of, the power that I serve, is real, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. That's why the world is in such chaos. The world is up in such chaos because of the controversy of Zion. All right, the Lord's going to put an end to the fraud of these people who will claim it to be his people, while ignoring all the prophecies that tell you that, that Edom would claim to be the people of the Lord. That Edom would claim the Holy Land. The fact that the Bible tells you very clearly that the Edomites will be the ruling class people upon the return of the Lord. Point blank, period. But this is Isaiah 34 and 8. I mean, that Isaiah, that whole chapter 34, that whole chapter is fire. But it says, for it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance. See, the Christian church teaches love, 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 love. There is no wrath. It's just all love, 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 love. Come as you are. No, there's a lot of wrath, and you cannot come as you are. You can't come to the Lord. Matter of fact, you can't come to the Lord at all. The Lord actually has to call you. All right. The Lord picks who's going to serve him and who in his point blank period. And for these imposters that have been running around the earth, ruling the earth in wickedness, claiming to be the people of the Lord is going to put recompense upon them. Isaiah 34:8, for it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance and the year of his recompenses for the controversy of Zion. So there's going to be no more argument. All right. Because they hid our heritage and claimed it for themselves and hid it from us. All right. And then they demonize us with anti-semantics when we say who we are, which is exactly what the prophecy said would happen. All right. Matter of fact, I get one last scripture and get ready to shut this down. Said this wouldn't be long. You know, and so many scriptures popped in my head. I could this turn around and be a 30-minute plus video easily. But I'm gonna stick to it. This is Hosea. Is it Hosea 1, not 10? Yep. And I'll start at verse 10. All right. Hosea 1 and 10. And it reads, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. All right. So when you count the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and all their people have been scattered among the heathen nations around the world, we're innumerable. We can't be counted. And I'll say it yet again. I sincerely believe that that's what all that DNA testing and collection was about. All right. They were trying to figure out who were the gods. All right. Lowercase gods. You know, when the Lord said, you had gods, but you shall die like men. It's in the New and the Old Testament. Somebody on earth are gods. They're higher, they're above all the men, but they're very low. They're nothing in the eyes of the people that are ruling. So, and anyone who can set in motion where they can get the Department of the Justice and hold countries to ignore genocide, murder, rape, and theft of land, and then make you an offender for pointing it out, for bringing out receipts, conspiracy, yes, theory, absolutely not, and label you with anti-semantics. That's not a people that's on the bottom. That's not a people. That's a people that's on top. It said that Amalek will be the first of the nations. All right. But Hosea 1 and 10, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. So they've been denying our true heritage and coming against us in every way, even though all the receipts show that we are. There was a woman who just got arrested and tased, and her little girl, or handcuffed and beat up, and her little girl went into the glove box, and a 6-year-old girl, and killed the police officer that was doing that to her. Well, the Lord's coming back. You make the connection. All right. This woman was being beaten up and unfairly, unrighteously, and unjustly, and swift wrath and vengeance came upon her. Same thing is going to come under these people who are claiming our heritage and labeling everyone else with anti-semantics when they bring out the facts and the truth behind the matter. Hosea 1 and 11. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together. Ezekiel 37 has happened. The stick, the 12 tribe sign. All right. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. On that one hand, King David is coming back. All right. And then Yahushai over him. And Yahushai is going to give King David and his 144,000 the power, all right, to be gods again and to be the new judges here on earth. That is your new heaven, right? You know, the Lord tells you in Revelation that he is the offspring and the seed of David. Duh. So with that, all praises, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah HaKodash, Kwam Yasharala, Abad Babal.